In this week's Friday Art, I am continuing to use my collage pieces that I've made over the weeks and months and have collected, and we're going to create this little peacock. Well, it's quite a large peacock actually. So this is a continuation of the other collage pieces that I've been doing over the last few weeks, and you are very welcome to check all of those out not that one, that was something else, including these little characters as well, where I did a whole tutorial on those. But today we're going to do Mr. Peacock. Hello and welcome to Friday Art with me, Cate Field. I release art tutorials every Monday and Friday, and a little wandering in the middle of the week. I am so pleased you're here. You are very welcome. We are going to go straight in to how I created Mr. Peacock. Let's go. Well, I do hope you are well. Now, I've had a couple of people ask me, what do I do with all the collage pieces that I create? And I do all sorts of things with them, and that's what we're going to do today. Now, I've done quite a few tutorials on how I make these collage papers, so I will link them below. But let us assume that you, like me, have a whole load of different papers like this. Now, what I like to do is I like to tear them and cut them up. I'm just going to move these out of the way for the moment, so that I end up with a lot of strips like this, different sorts of shapes and sizes, and then I layer them onto another sheet of paper like this. And this is just an old magazine cover. No, magazine page. That's all it is. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And the thinner the better, to be honest. Lots and lots of layers just glued together. And then it is from these that I really like to make my collage pieces. So I'm just going to pop those away. So those of you who saw the tutorial that I did a little while ago, so I'm, as usual, making a complete mess here. Let's just move these out of the way. Let's go back into my book. This one's not finished yet, but all of these are made from that sort of collage paper, like this one and this one, and then my favourite ones, which are the creatures. I've done a whole tutorial on how I make the creatures, and this is what I did for one of my students groups, which was really nice. But what I thought today, I'm not going to do flowers. I'm going to do a peacock. So this is the plan. So I've got some strips that I'm going to layer up, but I've also got some pages like this that I've just started to cut out some pieces that will be like the feathers. Some I'll just leave the collage papers as they are. This is going to be a multicoloured peacock, just to warn you. We are still in the depth of winter here in the southwest of England, in Dorset, and it's still raining. Although the sun did pop out just a little bit this morning, but now the clouds have come back. I'm going to do this in my sketchbook. You could do it on a separate piece of paper. You could do it on black paper. You know, when you start to put things onto black paper, it can look really lovely as well. That's quite fun. But I'm going to do this directly into my book. I'm actually going to be doing this exact same thing with my young students on Friday, so you'll be doing this at the same time as them, so that would be really nice. I've just cut out some sort of feather-ish shapes. Basically, I've got a strip and I've just rounded the ends just to give this a kind of feathery type feel. I'm not sticking anything down yet. I'm just playing with this idea. And you've probably realised this is not going to be a realistic peacock. The body of the peacock's going to go here. I'm just going to draw that, just a very, very simple shape. I'm going to show you that in a moment. But the exciting bit is going to be this multicoloured feathers on this page here, going over to the other side. So I'm going to cut out a few more, and then we're going to pop them together. And then obviously you can use this technique for all sorts of things, and I'm sure you will. So I'm going to draw out the body, the main body of my peacock. It's going to be on this collage sheet. I've flipped it over so I'm not distracted by the patterns. I know it's going to work out all right. And then the main body is going to be an oval like this. I'll do it this size. If I feel that that is too big, then I can just trim it up a little bit, can't I? That's going to be fine. It's just using my old fabric scissors that no longer cut fabric. So that's just, it's a bit like an egg at the moment. So that's going to be the body of my peacock. Perhaps it's better to go that way maybe. And the feathers, the tail feathers are all going to sort of come out of that. And then peacocks have quite a long neck. It's not quite like a goose, but it's similar. And I think I'm going to have his neck curving round that way. And again, I'm going to might use another one that I've got with slightly different colours on. Let's just grab, yes, this one I think would be good. You can see I've just layered it up with all the strips of the other pieces. It's all smooth. And then I can cut out the head of my peacock from this. Now, because I want it to go that way, when I flip it over, I need to remember to go this way. And I think I'm just going to draw it out. Again, I can just sort of, let's just pop that as if that's like that. And then I want the head to come round. Don't worry about it sort of being realistic at this point. That's not the aim. I just want that sort of neck shape. Might need to be a little bit thinner there and then come round. I can always alter it if I want to. It's just a nice sort of smooth thing like that. I'm going to cut that out. And then we've got little bits that come off the top of his head as well. So we will do that as well. So we've now got the body, his head coming around like that. I want to have enough room at the top of the page to do some more tufty bits. Those lovely crown feathers. I'm going to do a few more of these. Some longer, smaller ones coming in closer to the body. Longer ones at the back. I'm going to go right to the edge of the page, and obviously he's going to need some legs as well. But let's see what colours would be good. I think this sort of colour would be quite good for the crown. You could do these as separate pieces, or you could do it in one piece. I'm just going to have a bit of an experiment, and let's see what happens with this leftover piece. Let's just sort of take, I'm just going to do these, cutting freehand, just curve it round to get rid of some of those squares. Ah, yeah. So it's a bit like a spoon, a kind of a spoon shape, and I'm going to do a few more of those. Yeah, I think I will use these colours to come round there, and then we can start putting in some details after we've stuck it down. So I'm just going to make a few more of these feathers and then do a little bit of details. So I've started to put him together. I thought I would just show you this because I think it looks better if you have certain elements on top of another. So this little crown here, I think all these scraggy bits need to be hidden, so they go down first, and then the tops of his legs also need to be underneath the main body, and I think the head needs to be underneath the main body as well. So think about what order you're going to stick these things down. Now sometimes I will want the feathers to come underneath the body, so I'm just going to I'm not going to stick the body down yet. I'm going to start layering up the feathers. Let's just move those ones for the moment, because what we're going to do is to start off with the larger feathers and then come down, and then we can pop the body on top. So I do need to cut out a few more, but you get the idea. So things are going to be layered, and you'll need to have quite a few to make it look really good, I think. Larger ones at the back and then coming down. So I'm just going to do that for a few moments, and then we'll come back and see what he looks like. Well, he's coming together. I haven't stuck all of these down because I just wanted to show you my process, and I'm almost at the last bit of the feathers, so I'm just going to remove the body and head for the moment. These pieces are stuck down. I've got these few shorter pieces here, and then I've got sort of middle pieces, and then these ones I've stuck down first. I'm just using an ordinary glue stick. You could use double-sided tape or white glue or something like that. But the idea is you put the first layer down, and then you start to put these ones, and then the smaller ones, as I just did there. This is a bit messy. I'll do it all nice and tidy like that. Then we put the body over the top like that, and the stick. So they're all of these ends are all tucked in. But the last lot of feathers I do want to come from the body, so I'm just creating a point as they come up. I might just sort of bring that down that way so the feathers come out in that sort of direction over the top. So I'm just going to stick all of those down. One thing you might want to do is when you're cutting these out is to put them in order of sort of small, medium and large, because it's easier for when you're creating that beautiful fan tail. Well, there he is, all rather lovely. I so enjoyed doing this. I decided to do some more kind of like wider feathers at the back rather than the points. I tucked the points underneath. And what I'm going to do now is just a little bit of background with some watercolour paint, just to have a sort of break up of the just the cream, just to get rid of that, really. But you don't have to. And like I said, you could do this onto black. You could also do your background first, which, had I thought about this a little bit more carefully, I would probably have done. So I'm just going to put a bit of pale blue in anticipation of the spring, and my lovely bright coloured peacock. Well, I really do hope you've enjoyed this one. I'd love to know what you're going to do, so you can come and join this Facebook groups. That would just be brilliant. You can share your work there. I've put all the links below. I've also put links to all the materials that I use, if you want to check that out. And I still have an offer from Journal Say, so if you want to get hold of some really quite lovely art journaling materials, if you use my code Cate Field, you can get 8% off, which is all rather lovely. All of that is below. But yeah, I would just love to know what you think. If you haven't liked and you've got this far, that would be really lovely. And if this is something that you enjoy, these tutorials are something that you enjoy, perhaps you would like to subscribe. Well, I do hope you have enjoyed that one. And if you want to see some more, look at this one up here, because I think you're going to like it. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.